Toyota with the Hall of Famer Chris Woolen, NBA champion former Warrior Festus Ezeli. I am Bonte Hill, and it felt like the Warriors had their rhythm going. They stabilized the game in the fourth quarter. We're up 8, 192, but Miami stormed back. Duncan Robinson, Max Strus hit big-time threes, and the Heat still won from the Dubs.
Yeah, they definitely, the bench for the Miami Heat and the bench for the Warriors came to play tonight. I think both sides. You have Max Strus, you have Duncan Robinson. Big buckets by Jimmy Butler here at the end of the game as well. The Warriors just fell short. To end the game, they went on I think the Miami Heat went on a 10-2 run, maybe 12-2 run at the end of the game. We couldn't buy a bucket at the end of the game, and that was a tough one.
At halftime, the stats were basically identical, and both teams played well. I thought third quarter Warriors really dictated tempo, got into their rhythm offensively, defensively. There was good energy. It was that 5-minute spurt where they couldn't score, the 10-2 run.
Yeah.
I mean, even for 5 minutes to give up 10 points, that's pretty good effort defensively. But they couldn't score the basketball. They had several turnovers, just miscommunications on offense this time. And we've been talking a lot, and Steve Kerr's been emphasizing the connectivity of the offense and defense. Tonight, the last 5 minutes, the offense came up short.
Steph Curry messed around and dropped a triple-double, his 10th regular season triple-double, but it was not enough as the Dubs again fall to 0-4 on the road. They're now 3-5 overall. Let's take a look at the crunch time tape where Miami made all the plays offensively and the Warriors didn't. As you mentioned, Festus, a 14-2 run to close the game. You see Kyle Lowry here get by Klay Thompson for the layup.
Well, that possession, I thought Jordan Poole was pressuring Kyle Lowry too far at half court and gave him an easy layup. Here's a beautiful shot by Andrew Wiggins against the zone. Nice catch and shoot at the free throw line. This was just a beautiful move by Jimmy Butler. He came up big, Akeem Olajuwon type spin to avoid contact, and got to the free throw line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
And just a tough night at the office from the three-point line.
This was a controversial call right here. They called a foul originally. Steph was going to get 3 shots with the Dubs down 112 to 109. That's a foul.
That's a foul.
That is a foul.
That's
the
3
referee,
shots.
Miami challenged it. It got overturned, and Miami got the basketball back. That was a tough sequence for the Dubs there. They do get the ball back, down 3 again. Klay Thompson, you'll live with these shots.
Good shots.
Yeah, he missed it from the top of the key. Again, the Warriors still have another opportunity. 38 seconds left. JP here with the ball, looking for somebody. Klay again with the shot. Too long. And again, originally, they gave the Warriors the ball, but Miami looked around. The rest said, oh, we made a mistake. Gave the ball to Miami. And that is a dagger right there from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, 23 points tonight, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, made all 9 of his free throw attempts. But that spot right there, Bully, to overturn that call, we just don't see it a lot in the NBA.
Well, Steph Curry clearly got hit on the wrist and the arm on his follow-through. So I'd like to really see when the league comes out with their report, what the rule is. Because as far as I'm concerned, he shot the ball, he's still in his follow-through, and Jimmy Butler smacks him on the arm. I've never seen that not called a foul, especially after review. And then on the rebound, which was a close call, they originally called it for the Warriors. Here's that play again. He smacked on the arm. And Festus asked me, sometimes the refs just say your hand's part of the ball, but your wrist and your hand are not, and that's part of his follow-through. So to me, that should clearly be 3 shots for Steph Curry to tie the game.
I don't see the ball change directions at all.
Well, it went short. He did get a piece of the ball.
Right.
But to me, you still smack the guy. It's part of his follow-through. I think that's a foul. That's my personal opinion. And then he had a balance call, which... Now Miami doesn't have a challenge.
Right.
The Warriors do. They don't challenge, and they kind of just gave the ball to Miami.
Right.
What happened?
Referee said, no, we made a mistake. Here you go, Miami.
So
maybe Steve Kerr should have challenged that one. That's tough. But the Warriors offense.
The Warriors looked better tonight. Definitely a step forward in terms of the way they competed from the start of the game. I love the way the bench looked. I love the competition of Jermichael Green. I love to see Moses Moody out there hitting shots, making plays for teammates, and playing defense. I love to see Ty Jerome out there. So these guys are definitely raising their game up. Held them to, what was it, 116 points tonight, which is better than what it's been. And I actually am looking forward to this game against Orlando. I know they can't wait. They're chomping at the bit because they feel like they got robbed tonight.
20 turnovers tonight for the Dubs, and we saw some costly turnovers down the stretch trying to defeat the Miami zone and break that down. And again, the bench points for Miami, 54-37. Max Strus and Duncan Robinson were huge. We'll get to them a little bit later, but let's talk more about Steph Curry's triple-double, because despite the slow start for the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry has been a constant. 23 points tonight, 13 rebounds and 13 assists. His 90th game when he's had 20 points and 10 assists, but the triple-double is 10th career triple-double. And look, at times I thought Steph Curry didn't shoot much. And Miami will go home tonight thinking Steph Curry only shot 14 times tonight. That's a win for the Heat.
Steph was really conscious of getting his teammates, in particular Klay Thompson, involved. I think Steph doesn't stay. He's playing so well, he can get 30 any night. Tonight he did everything and scored the ball. 13 assists, 13 rebounds, just leading by example. But I thought, at the start of the third quarter, he really was focused on getting Klay Thompson shots.
Right.
He got him that 4-point play in the corner, made so many dazzling plays. There's a beautiful lob to James Wiseman. And, look, any defense is going to key on Steph's shooting, but his ball handling and his vision, which is incredible tonight.
First half, had a couple guys struggling in the first half, and Steph put it on himself to get them open, get them going, get them, and that's the point. That's the job of your point guard. You want your point guard to see the floor, to get you going, especially a guy like Steph Curry, who can get a shot at any time, can get 30 any night, but the gravity that he pulls has guys, when he drives, everybody's attention on him, and he kicks it to Klay, he kicks it to Andrew Wiggins, gets Andrew Wiggins going, because Andrew Wiggins had 18 points tonight. He's averaged 10 on this road trip so far. So it's good to see some of these guys get rolling, and hopefully here they can build on some of the positives from tonight, because they kind of ruined the triple-double night that we should be celebrating right now.
One guy who's going to build off of this is Andrew Wiggins. Look, his first 5 games were spectacular. We were talking about him being an all-star for years to come. Then over the last 2 games against Charlotte and Detroit, he averaged 10.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, shot just 28.6% from the floor. But tonight, he came out aggressive early, and he had some big shots late. 8 of 12 from the floor. He was efficient, hit the 4 threes out of 7 attempts, 21 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Festus, he played big tonight for the Warriors.
When I talk about physicality, I think he brought that for the team tonight. And this is in terms of rebounding. He was there at the rim in the first half. I think he had, 5 rebounds in the first half? A lot of offensive rebounds. Him and JaMychal Green were punishing the other team on the boards. And you have 2 block shots. This is what it takes. This is when they talk about playing with that with the edge that they need to get a win tonight. I think Andrew Wiggins was doing that tonight and started it off for the team. Just a couple tough breaks there at the end with the Jimmy Butler play. But man, he played well tonight.
You look at Wiggins' stat line. So efficient, 8 for 12, 4 of 7 on the 3-point range, but did everything. Moved without the basketball, got some easy baskets for himself. He had 5 assists. Yep. I thought he recognized when the double teams were coming and made plays for his teammates. A great game to get back on track for Andrew Wiggins.
All right, Klay Thompson, he had the night off in Detroit on Sunday after a rough game in Charlotte. Tonight, he came out early. He was hot. He ended up 7 of 19, 4 of 12 for the 3-point line, 19 points for the Golden State Warriors. Had a big-time third quarter for the Dubs. Look, the looks he got, Mully, were looks you live with. He will knock those down in the future, no doubt about it. He has some great looks. It's just a matter of time before he gets his legs under him and starts knocking down more threes.
Yeah, as long as Klay gets good looks and he's constantly moving out the basketball, he's going to do that. Here was a beautiful play by Steph on the relocation by Klay Thompson for the 4-point play. But again, Klay Thompson, if he's making or missing shots, that's going to happen at points in time. But the other parts of his game, he was in the mix defensively. He's on the glass a little bit, just the extra effort plays. And then as the shot comes along, then everyone's going to say, oh, he's back to being Klay Thompson.
Even that shot right there, that was a beautiful shot. That was a beautiful read by Klay Thompson. But the competitive edge is still there. He's still getting stops. He's still out there pushing the ball. And no matter what, Klay Thompson is still going to draw guys to him, and so he improves the offense as he's on the court.
And look at that. That's just tied for 17th in NBA history for all-time 3-point makes. He's going to surpass J.R. Smith. He's going to pass J.J. Redick. And he'll pass Joe Johnson before it's all said and done to be in that top 15 as one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. But look, the big headline here is the Warriors lose their 3rd straight